We are more than we know. We are stardust, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, etc. We are the stars. So, what does it mean when someone is trying to have a good personality? Trying to not be judged, trying to be this open, or try not to be judged, or they happen to be like, oh, well, I just want to be likable, or I just want to be a good person, or I just want to have fun, etc., etc., etc. Well, people have personas that also co-align. A lot of people like to hide behind that persona. Oh, we want to have fun, and they co-align. It becomes groups, social tendencies, geeks, pros, nerds, junkies, whatever it is extensive to the human ego. And whatever it is, it's a complete lie. It's a social-based system that we all tend to hide behind. There's something deep within us all that we all tend to eventually, in our lives, or one of our reincarnations, we start looking for. That is beyond, oh, I like video games, oh, I like my cat, oh, I like the biker stuff, yeah, I'm hardcore, gangster, I'm a juggler. More times than not, when someone's trying to say something, it's important. And most people that are on some sort of social class or social understanding tend to ignore the underwings, the underdogs. And that's always a thing, too. And it's always the people that don't need social status that eventually figures themselves out way before everybody else. Yes, it's always full of conjecture, too, because a lot of people get blamed, a lot of people are misunderstood, they're always blamed, they're always etc., etc. But eventually, people come to an understanding that their mask, they just show to society. And there's a lot of understanding to this. It's a mask to be accepted, liked, or just to have fun, whatever. But also, social class and financial class also plays a huge role into this whole system. Eventually, you figure out that it's all sort of false, and you start realizing that it's all true. Because there are 3 different masks that we show, one to our close and loved ones, one to society, and one to ourselves, that when we want to appeal to our own ego and all that. And even religiously. And for so long has religion dictated to us that we are a mask. That we have to be a certain way. You have to be a certain way, you have to be holy, you have to be devout, or you have to be a specific setup. More often than not, most people figure out that this is not true and it's all a lie. So, the mask is what humanity has been taught is supposed to be a specific way. But it's really, really not, deep down inside. And this mask is called man. Our appearance of man, religiously, we believe that we are not animal. And that is the mask to society, that we are holy beings and whatnot. But the laws of nature and the laws of consciousness is proving this more and more false as we go along our days. Because we are not divine. We are not better than our ancestors. We're not better than the ape. We're not better than the fish. We're not better than the aliens. We're not better than the crocodiles. And it was Carl Jung that speculated that behind the mask, mankind is really nothing more than its animalistic roots. We are just a highly, highly advanced form of human species. Homo erectus was the past. Homo sapien is the current. So with that in mind, then every form of religious doctrine becomes a form of hypocrisy, because we are told by white lighters, priests, Catholic bishops, or even Buddhists, all of that is all sort of becomes a sham. And there are many, many different sections of people throughout the world that are either white, gray, or black, and there are millions, millions, and millions and millions shades of gray. So, when it all crashes and burns, we are nothing more than an animal within. And if we actually research anything that goes against religion, we start seeing animalistic beings like vampires, which is some sort of sanguinarious curse, lycanthropy, the ability to shift into an animal. So, and the biggest thing about that, shifting into an animal, is that it was all idealized when humans forget themselves and turn into a beast, a hunting beast, and basically it is the animal behind the mask, sort of deal. So yeah, the vampires too, is that a lot of people like eating red meat, and that is behind the mask when you eat red meat. It's the law of nature undefiled is or Charles Darwin theory, and a whole bunch of other theories about how nature is selective. The prey adapts to the predator, and the predator adapts to the prey's adaptations. And that's the instincts of life itself. Who are we to think that there's a separation between that tree and that wolf, and that cat and us, and that bird and the bush? We don't really follow the demands of Earth. We are not the top of the food chain. We only advanced so far and became a talking species is because we were the top predators. And then research all the times where there were vampire hunters, demon hunters, lycanthropy hunters, people that hunt wild beasts and cage them. It's really just the denial of how we originated as a species, as an animal. And if you actually research real lycanthropy, not what you see on Hollywood, that you don't turn into a beast. It's bestial nature, sure, but it's not two-legged. It's just a normal coyote, if you actually research it. It's just a normal coyote wanting to eat raw meat, and that's what's basically what we are. It's because we crave red meat for protein and to build brain muscles as well, to become stronger and more adaptive. And that is how human nature mixes with the nature of this earth.